So, I always look back at the artists that I not only bought their recorded music, um, but attended some of their live shows. And yeah, when you sing live, sometimes you make mistakes. Well, now you have some, we have the ability to create content without any real human involvement other than priming the pump, so to speak, coming up with a prompt and using the right application. So to me, that's both a positive and a negative. So the benefits of using generative AI are fairly obvious, right? So enhanced efficiency, right? We can automate repetitive tasks. This means that instead of making sure that your calendar was up to date or that you're answering all your emails, well, now you've got, and you use generative AI to produce a real spam filter that captures all of the spam, that leaves just the important emails, customer emails that you need to address. This can all be done automatically now. You can come in the morning and have a printout of everything that you're supposed to do that day, meaning that you don't need, maybe there was you had an assistant, well, that kept track of your calendar and your emails and took your phone calls and so on. Those days are relatively short-lived. It also, we can improve visual engagement. So it generates high quality, tailored visuals that are more interesting to the audience. Again, I've given literally hundreds of presentations throughout my career, and finding images for a particular slide that it's got to relate to what the slide is. Well, you were limited to what was available out on the internet. Now you can generate, and that just completely redefines how you present to your audience. And then broadened accessibility, as I mentioned earlier, real-time translations, right? So making content accessible to all types of audiences, regardless of the language that they speak. So I mentioned, how does generative AI, one of the things that they do is, as far as presentations, we can create content rather than relying on what happens to be available on the internet. So not only can we generate visuals that are laser focused on our audience, depending on their demographic, right? How old they are, where they live, whatever it might be. This enhances the relatability and engagement during presentations, right? So if I'm presenting, let's say, a new product that I've come up with, and I'm giving presentations in California, Colorado, Chicago, New York City, I can change my visuals depending on my audience. It having traveled and spoken to people from around the world, there was never a one-size-fits-all presentation. So I would actually have to create multiple presentations depending on where I was. And, one time I was giving a presentation in London, and then a presentation in Frankfurt, and then a presentation in Tokyo.